Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready?
Here we go. Wide eight. Wait, take. Hey, here we go. Wide eight. Wait, take. Here we go. Wide eight. Wait, take. Here we go. Wide eight. Wait, take. Wait, take. Here we go. Wide eight. Wait, take. Here we go. Wide eight. Wait, take. Here we go. Here we go. Wide eight. Wait, take.
All right, this is for all the marbles. This is for gold.
Wait, take.
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You've taken the first steps towards success in this league. But don't fall back and get lazy. There's more steps ahead, so you got to keep it up.
Here we go. Wide eight. Wait, take. Here we go. Wide eight. Wait, take. Here we go. Wide eight.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
There we go. 40.
Lights 59. Go, go, go.
26.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, kill. Go, get out there.
A handoff left, Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Coming after you. Check 99. Check 99.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Mike, there we go. 40.
59. Hey, let's get off the field, D.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Kill.
On the counter, Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 48 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 18-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And right away, he lost the football. That's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're
Such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on the first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the run, watch the run.
A give to Elliott running left. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Now Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Mike.
Here we go.
Check.
Now Elliott. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drop. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
Mike, 58, right there. Drop deep. 58, boys.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. So now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Safety screaming.
The 46-yard line.
Alert 3. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill.
18.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Big Sears right here.
Blue.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here we go again. Check
47.
After the sack on 1st down, Prescott, he finds Randall Cobb on the completion. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
18.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pull it together. Check. Fresno. 48.
Now it's Trubisky. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tanner Gabriel, 63 yards. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns. PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 95 yards, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do? And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Red, up.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Switch.
Check. Hatch it. Hey, alert.
Mike 54. Watch the run. Hey,
now Trubisky to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
180. Hey, 18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Austin. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Here we go. Kill. 4-8.
First down, Prescott. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Kill.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy's stone-faced wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And, we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. From the gun, it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. On the right side, this is Miller. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Not today.
Mike 48. Blue.
We ain't beginning to turn you up.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Stop! 180!
Come on, D.
that, watch that, watch that.
Ran, up.
He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we gonna make the 48.
Hey, ball.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now this throw caught left side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfect. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 83 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Alert!
I know he ain't got it.
Check. Cross.
Alert!
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Ran, up. Hey, orbit.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Lock in.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Miller. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Second and 4. Cowboys 34-yard line.
Hey, Charlie.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there. Mine's 54.
Ran, up.
To throw again on second down. Trubisky. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one a first down pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Hey, exit.
Now Trubisky on first down. Going for it all. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Tariq Cohen. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. The extra point up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They start on the ground with Elliott. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
So they keep on the ground with Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Elliott, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott, pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Get up! 180!
54 Mike. It's out.
Hey, ball. Sponge! No!
Check 9, check 9.
Ran, up!
54.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd and 11 now, Trubisky. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
We want it. Come to my world.
18.
Throwing now is Trubisky to Gabriel, middle of the field. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
132 fighter.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal.
64, weak.
They'll try and run forward with Davis. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And Brandon, I'm trying to figure out how they remain so calm in these situations and then go out and execute, because I'm up here shaking like a leaf, and I wasn't the one who had to make that kick.
They look calm, but I bet if you had a heart rate monitor on them, they'd be up in the 300s right now. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
There we go. 480. Here we go. 47. 26.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 31-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Hey, kill. 26.
The give is to Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a second and 13.
There we go. 480.
Check, 59.
Gun. 26.
They'll try the left side. It's Elliott. Oh, Zeke with a quick feet. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 58 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Red, up.
Safety creep. Wide. Get wide.
18.
Get that.
Blue.
Come.
Red, up.
48 to Mike. 3 buzz.
Yep.
Here's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. 25 yards that time.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
180.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, alert.
Checking crack.
Hey, alert.
Watch the motion.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game. 2nd and 8.
Red, alert.
Check 25. Hey, one set. Check right 54.
Trubisky will throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cullen. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
I got you.
Trubisky to throw again. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again to Elliott. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 3rd down, Elliott. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively, because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
They'll run it with Elliott. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Tyrone Crawford showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
Alert, 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 alert.
Lucky.
Red, jump.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Hey, they're scared. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Hey, 18.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Sit up. 180.
Check 48 to Mike.
Here we go. Check 13. Check 13.
They'll run forward to Tariq Cohen, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen taking it in. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run.
Now Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
Hey, here we go. 180. Here we go. Kill. Go. Get out there. 26.
Elliott running right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the Cowboys will punt it on 4th down. As on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. This is taken at the 15. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
54 Mike. Man, I got you.
Alert.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick six. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Trubisky. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And some room to roam now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Watch
the run. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Prescott now. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Check pass. Check 59.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Come on now, let's go!
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Red, alert!
Shit.
Hey, 18.
Motion. 54's Mike.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
That's good. For the Bears, first down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 50.
Alpha.
On 1st down, Trubisky throwing the out route incomplete. That's Miller.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Let's go, baby.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Miller. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll run with Elliott. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get that quarterback!
They go to Elliott again. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop him.
Let him know.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Here's Trubisky to throw. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys... EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Slide in.
Check back 45. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 45 to Mike. Better bring it.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing, Prescott. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. This is Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Go right in. Here we go. 46.
And watch the leg.
59 Mike. 59 Mike. Check. 59. And come on.
46.
Here's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Elliott. And some room to work. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Right. He's done right here.
Here's Elliott. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Sets up 4th down.
Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. This from 44 yards away. Maher able to put this one through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, 59, ready. Hey, south.
Here's Ryan. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. That defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic could get you scored on again.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 480. Here we go. Going to 52.
Check the out. Check the out. Check the out.
26.
Now a give, right side. Elliott, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Prescott to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Brett Maher on for the field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Blind conditions, right?
Blind conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
It's a gain of 34.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Getting it out left side to Sanu. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Mike 40.
Hey, Mike 25.
Coming to you. Slam. Jab.
Got it.
Jab. Watch twist.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Tyrone Crawford able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. They run Devontae Freeman. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there now. Check 26.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
QB's up. We're going to 52. Under.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
3rd and 6.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Mike 45.
Now Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That's caught at the 25. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks. You're this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's now 3rd and goal.
So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Here's Elliott. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The kick by Maher is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Check. Hey, box drop. Mike 54. Set the tone, defense. Space. Defense, let's go. He's coming. 58.
Ryan. And he's going to go down again. Tyrone Crawford able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Switch. Hey, Rick. Hey, bye.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check. 45 the mic. 45.
Here we go, 47.
Final play of the half. Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, first and 10 at their own 22. Now Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Ryan, and Jones has it over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Let's go!
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Squeeze, double.
There we go, kill. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. First down, Prescott. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
20.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Here's Sanu on the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
I'm coming. Got it. Go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by George Iloka. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you get the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
You're not right. Kill. 47. 45. Mike, 45. You get 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Prescott. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Intended that time for Cooper. Ryan and the Falcons now come up first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go. 51.
Now after the interception. Here's Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Second and 10 now. Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's Ryan to throw. And he's got Sanu. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the dump-off. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Back, 21.
On second down, Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Check.
Mike 5-4.
Hey, Express.
Again on second and 10, it's Ryan. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 44 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Falcons cut into that lead. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their own 21. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively.
So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Watch the single 47. Check. Fresno. 66. Pull it. Now.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
26.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. There he goes again. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 65 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's put him up.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because
And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10.
Kill.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. That's it. That's what you want. Straight-ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, it's Elliott. They find some open field here. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Prescott on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready. Flag 25. 54.
Rip left. Kill.
Check. Kill.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the 1st half. They made the adjustments necessary.
As we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
Hey, boys. Coming out of yesterday's practice, we all know it wasn't good enough. Today's practice, it's got to be great. Game day's coming fast. Let's go out here and let's be great, okay?
What do you think? Hey, here we go. What do you think? Here we go. 180. What do you think? Here we go. 180. What do you think? Wide in. Wait, then. There we go. Wide in. Wait, then. Here we go, here we go. Wide in. Wait, then. Hey, here we go. Wide in. Wait, then.
All right, you've got one shot left. We are going for gold.
Wait, then.
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You finally getting it. You're starting to turn the corner, and that's what we like to see as a coaching staff. Show us some more.
Here we go. Wide in. Wide in. Here we go. Wide in. Wide in. Here we go. Wide in. Wide in. Here we go, here we go. Wide in. Wide in. 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 Here we go. Here we go, here we go. Wide in. Wide in. Hey, here we go. Hey, here we go. Wide in. Wide in. 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 Here we go, here we go. Wide in. Wide in. Hey, here we go. Wide in. Wide in. Here we go. Wide in. Wide in. Here we go. Wide in. Wide in. Here Here we go. Wide 80. 180. Here we go. Wide 80. 180. Here we go. Here we go. Wide 80. 180. Here we go. Hey, here we go. Wide 8. 180.